Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning to the episode of TheWunderkindShow. Today's second topic, Mina calls out the Ravens' foolishness. Look. Guys, this is why I like Mrs. Kimes. This is why I like Mina. I'm going to get her on the show one day. You watch. I like Mina. I do. I really do. I like smart people. And she's not like aggressive, like how I'm more aggressive, stuff like that. She just points out stuff, and she does it in such a subtle, smart way that you be able to looking at her and say, you go, girl. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the audio and video of exactly what she had to say about the Ravens O-line and the Ravens mentality with Lamar Jackson in that O-line, all right? So without further ado, let's go see what she had to say so we can break it down for the reaction. Let's get this party started.
There's a good chance the Ravens are similar to the Chiefs. I think there's a good chance that they get priced out of the Ronnie Stanley market. I am not sure that's a great decision, though. If both him and, because you got McCarry also, who was guard, leaving, that's a little bit more change on the offensive line that I'm comfortable with.
Facts.
I think the Ravens should bring back one of Stanley or McCarry. I don't like the idea of them just saying, hey, we've got Lamar, it's going to be fine. There's a good chance the Ravens are similar to the Chiefs. I think there's a good chance that they
You know what she said? I'm playing it again so you guys can see it.
I am not sure that's a great decision, though. If both him and, because you got McCarry
Common
also,
sense.
who was guard, leaving, that's a little bit more change on the offensive line that I'm comfortable with for them. I think the Ravens should bring back one of Stanley or McCarry.
Exactly.
I don't like the idea of them just saying, hey, we've got Lamar, it's going to be fine.
And that's been the problems with the Ravens. Thank you, Mrs. Kimes. That's been the problem. We have Lamar. It'll be fine. We lose offensive line. It'll be fine. We ain't going to start the best tight end. It'll be fine. Harbaugh calling a bad game. It'll be fine. Defense giving up historical levels of big plays. Lamar's here. It'll be fine. Kicker missing everything. Lamar's here. It'll be fine. This is but bro, it takes sometimes for enough time for something to happen for other people to be like, yeah, that's your guys' MO. There's enough proof. You can no longer deny it, right? And that's literally what's going on with the Baltimore Ravens right now. Mind you, we had to beg to get a comparable running back next to him. This is the first time Lamar Jackson's playing with somebody else that can literally carry or help carry the load off of his shoulders. This is the first time in his career. That's why I get so mad when you hear the media talk. As soon as Lamar gets a little help, it's like, super team. They're cheating. It's a cheat. The league should never let it happen. Doesn't make sense. And now we got the O-line fluctuations going on, right? And everyone's saying, well, Stanley's priced himself out. Let me tell you something right now. I've already said, if you got to keep one of them, to me, if you got a chance between McCarry and Stanley, just keep Stanley. It makes more sense. Get another tackle. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can sign Stanley for a 2-year deal, 3-year deal, something along that line. Have the tackle that's there. You might be able to move that left tackle to the right tackle until Stanley's done, and then you can be able to, you know what I'm saying, build the line that way. This notion that now we're not going to do, because if McCarry leaves, we have to get a backup lineman, right, that can play pretty much all the positions, right? We're going to have to, right tackle still, Rosengarten's there, so I get the in past situations, he's been good, right? So technically, you just need someone to come in to then eventually take over for Ronnie Stanley. And you need another guy for a backup, and you need another guard, preferably the right guard. Why would we then say nah? Because remember, I already told you guys, in the draft, mock drafts and everything else, they got us taking a defensive player. They got us taking a defensive player or a safety. And I'm sitting there like, are you guys out of your minds? I'm going to say this until the end of the offseason. The Baltimore Ravens have to rebuild the trenches. It has to get done. It has to. I don't want to be one of those people at the end being like, you see, I told them they had to do it. And then they want to do it. Now, next year, then it's going to be, we're going to do a better job with the O-line. We're definitely going to, look into that, moving forward and everything. I don't want to hear that crap. I need you to do your job. Have some foresight. Stop looking at 8 and say 8 could cover every mistake. This team is not a 500 team without Lamar. Y'all know that, right? For all the Raven fans that be like, oh, there's enough. We got Derrick Henry, though. We are not a good enough team without 8. The Chiefs have shown they can still win games without Patrick Mahomes. The Bengals have proved they can get the same production with a guy off the bench. Baltimore does not have that luxury. And because of that, you have to protect him. I'd want you to protect him even if you didn't have the luxury. But because now you don't have the luxury, you definitely got to protect him. He's your big money item. I said this before and I said this again. Even during the Bengals game, right? They were getting pressure on Lamar, all type of stuff. We were supposed to lose both of those games. Capital B, capital O, capital A, capital F. Both. Not one, both. And 8 went Superman. Ultra Instinct Goku. And pulled us out of the jaws of defeat. Lord knows we couldn't depend on the leg of Justin Tucker. You see what I'm trying to say? So you already know how important he is to the team. Protect him. I don't want to hear no excuses from the Baltimore Ravens. You already wasted a rookie contract. There's already reports how much stuff the Washington Commanders are going to do for Jaden Daniels. Look at what they did with all of these other quarterbacks. Look. Lamar's never had that. He's never had that. And now we have this guy. It's like, oh, he's so good. We paid him so much money that he has to cover that stuff up. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't want to hear it, bro. Shout out to Mina for saying, why are the Ravens acting like that? Because that's facts. Like, a lot of fans right now are getting frustrated with it. They're like, bro, the Ravens, they don't even have, a large portion of the Raven fan base right now doesn't even have the inkling of like the thought of that we'll be able to move forward and get the pieces that we need. They're like, yeah, whatever. Watch them get a safety, something like that. They're not gonna look at the O-line, they're not gonna look at the defensive line. They're gonna say, oh, we took what we could take and get an A+ for their efforts. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But shout out to me in the cons, man. I love when guys and ladies come out and talk facts because our front office, coaches and stuff, they get too much of a pass. And I'll keep saying, I'll die on that reach. They get too much of a pass for everything wrong that goes on in Baltimore. Absolutely nasty work. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with Mina Kimes saying, hey, they got to keep one of those guys? They cannot just say, oh, we got Lamar and roll the dice with it for another season and be willing to waste another season? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, please. Because if you don't, then we can debate about it. You know what I'm saying? But as always, this episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. And now we get down, we have fun, and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we do what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. You know, love the comments. If you haven't done so, check out The Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes. 3 tiers of content goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you would like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and such stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR code. QR code's through a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show is Metro signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh?